Okay, hello and welcome to another one of my videos where we have fun and we watch a video together. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna watch it and try to add commentary, or I might pretend to be somebody in the video. So I don't know, we're figuring this out as I go. So appreciate you watching. If you're, well, you're probably not, but we're gonna do it anyway, so let's have fun. No, I'll shrink down. I'm going to shrink down here. Hey. Okay. Highly illegal arrest. Gets sergeant fired and sued.
On May 29, 2024, Sergeant Michael Ferguson of the Broken Arrow Police Department responded to a call regarding a potential parking violation reported by resident Richard McMahon in the city of Broken Hill, Oklahoma. Sergeant Ferguson was already familiar with Mr. McMahon based on prior encounters, and in the aftermath of this incident, several of Mr. McMahon's neighbors reported that he routinely harasses them and contacts law enforcement without any legitimate justification. The interaction that followed was captured on Sergeant Ferguson's body camera.
Hello. Good evening.
Okay.
What's going on?
So this guy's always calling him, always giving him shit, giving the neighbors crap.
On.
He's pissed because I'm trying to get this yard done and he doesn't like how I'm parking.
Okay.
Even though I did allow room for everybody else to park, because there's nowhere for me to park without blocking somebody's mailbox or their driveway when that's the yard I'm trying to get to. He's trying to tell me I'm supposed to park down by the elementary school. But I did accommodate, make sure I had my cones out, I got space to get around, and as you saw, his own vehicle, he was still able to get out of his own driveway and block the whole freaking section off, which is what he was saying. He couldn't even back out of his driveway because I was blocking the road.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
All right then.
Okay.
And of course too, when I first pulled up here, I got started. Before I even made my first pass, he came out there jumping, yelling, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? You can't be parking there. How the hell am I supposed to get out of my driveway? If you..."
So this guy sounds like he sucks. This guy sounds like he's hell. Just, all right, Rick. Damn it, I'm mad at you for even being here. Damn it, you fucking trying to do your work, you piece of shit.
Move it, I'm gonna call the cops. He pokes me, jabbed him right in the face, right in the chest.
He jabbed you in the chest?
Yes, sir.
You want to file assault battery charges?
If he wants to press the matter about being how he is, then yes. Otherwise, if we can just let things bygones be bygones, then I'd say let it go. But if he wants to keep acting like that, then yes.
Hello. How are you?
Name, man. I'm just gonna say, Richard, he's a prick. He's always doing stuff like this. This guy's just trying to work.
Richard sucks. Richard's a piece of dude. Richard's always doing crap like this. This guy's just trying to work, man. Richard sucks.
Cut yards. And, he does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, I'm very familiar with
I'm
Mr.
sure you
McMahon.
are, yeah.
Even the cop. I'm very familiar
Sorry,
with Mr. McMahon. He's a fucking asshole.
He's always got to be a...
Just loves being a dickhead.
Like you heard him, how does that make sense for me to go park down by the elementary school to come way down here on my mower? That's not logical at all.
Anywhere block anything for him, he just loses his mind.
If you exist in this cul-de-sac, he loses his mind.
It's pretty ridiculous.
And like you saw, like he was saying, he couldn't back out.
If you exist in
He
this
had plenty of room,
cul-de-sac,
even
he
with my
loses
tailgate
his
down.
mind.
He was able to get out of his driveway, and he decided to try to barricade me in here.
Okay. Did you at any point in time try to leave?
No, I'm still working. I just got
I'm
done
still working.
with the edge.
Richard was blocking the road.
Yeah.
Still saw his car out here.
I'm just about done with the edge, and I still got to weed eat and then blow it, and then I'm heading off to the next one.
Okay. You have your ID on you?
Certainly.
Man.
All right, hold time for me, okay?
Is it okay if I go ahead and keep working?
I can't wait to meet Richard. He sounds like a gem.
Mr. McMahon was on one. Yeah, I'm recording. Mr. McMahon was on one when I got here.
Let's see if he's in your cage.
I haven't quite determined what we want to do yet. So I get here and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac so that he can't leave. As soon as I pull down the street, he beats feet and pulls back into his garage, shuts all the doors, goes inside. Talking to the RP, who's the lawn guy over here, he asked if he'd start weeding again. I'm like, yeah, sure. Start talking to him, and he's like, yeah, he's on a tirade about how I'm blocking the cul-de-sac. He can't get out of his driveway. He says at one point, Richard takes his finger and shoves it into his chest. I said, well, do you want to press charges for the assault and battery? And he's like, well, not if he doesn't want to do anything. Kind of a let me think about it situation. So,
Now, if Richard doesn't want to do anything?
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
does Richard
Right.
have to do?
Right. So the landscaper guy is just like, hey, if he's just gonna drop this whole BS, then I'm not gonna press charges against him. But if he wants to be a bitch about this, then yeah, we'll try to press assault and battery charges for him poking his finger into my chest.
Oh, because Richard is pissed off that he's blocking the cul-de-sac. So basically, lawn guy, Mr. Nunley, is like, listen, if he doesn't want to do anything, if he just wants to drop it, I just want to drop it. Even the firefighter neighbor right there with the 2 trucks, he was trying to get in his driveway. Richard's blocking the entire cul-de-sac, won't let him in. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, Richard's a I'm like, yep, he is. Yeah, we're very aware. So
Yep. We all hate
really
Richard.
at this point, I was just
Richard's
gonna see
garbage.
what all
He's one of the worst
traffic
people I've
charges
ever
I
met.
have on Richard.
He's
Illegal
horrible.
Parking probably would be my guess. Because I asked him, I was like, were you trying to leave it all? And he's like, no, he was just blocking the cul-de-sac. So I'm like, okay.
Just blocking the
which I can write him a
cul-de-sac,
citation
being
for
a
because I
dick.
saw that. And then we just need to determine whether or not he wants to press charges for the assault and battery.
Oh, Richard hit him?
He took his finger and shoved it into his chest. Yeah. So it would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight.
Sergeant Ferguson
Damn, they're
briefs
plotting
another
on
officer
Richard.
who arrives on scene about the situation and discusses the possibility of pursuing assault and battery charges against Mr. McMahon for allegedly jabbing his finger into the landscaper's chest. Under Oklahoma law, the offenses of assault and battery are closely related and often charged together. Section 641 of Title 21 of the Oklahoma statutes defines an assault as an unlawful attempt or offer with force or violence to do a corporal hurt to another, while Section 642 defines a battery as an unlawful use of force or violence upon the person of another. Because a battery is essentially the completed form of an assault, prosecutors typically charge the conduct as assault and battery when there is an actual physical touching or use of force. As the Court of Criminal Appeals of Oklahoma clarified in the 1989 case of Steele versus State, only the slightest unwanted touching is sufficient to satisfy the so-called force or violence element of battery. Accordingly, it is likely that a court would conclude that Mr. McMahon's actions in poking the landscaper was sufficient to warrant a charge of assault and battery.
That's
So
right.
I'm assuming, Mr. Traffic Officer, that you cannot block an entire roadway with your vehicle. McMahon's claim was that he could not get around it, but clearly he was able to if he was blocking it in.
Well, that's right.
So
That's right.
I don't understand this guy.
he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do.
Well, and Richard calls us, but as soon as you roll up, he sees that he's in the wrong.
Yeah, because he doesn't want contact.
And he skirts inside. 'Cause
Yeah.
He knows I shouldn't have been doing that.
Who's the neighbor he has issues with?
All of them.
I shouldn't have been doing that.
Well, and then this one down here, he has issues with.
This one over here is kind of race related, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he's always saying he doesn't like.
Who's the one with the PO against him?
The one on the backside. Yeah.
So, this one
But it's
down
one of
here
these
he's
ones that always
racist
talk about
against,
kids.
right? Yep.
That's
Yep,
that one.
definitely racist
No
against
person
them.
shall park a vehicle within a street or alley in such a manner or under such conditions as to leave available less than 10 feet of width of roadway for the free movement of vehicular traffic. Do you think that would cover this?
Even
Do you know exactly where he was parking?
This guy? Right here.
Oh, you're talking about this guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Richard was blocking the entire road.
I
He
thought-
was perpendicular
I
to the
thought you were still
roadway.
talking about trying to.
No. Richard's bought and paid for. I haven't been on the backside, but let's get a
Richard's
wheel and go
piece of
see.
shit.
And if he's got 10 feet, I say it's fine. So, how about you and I go talk to the victim over here, see if he wants to press charges for the assault and battery? And I was going to add him to the call real quick. McMahon, I hate this guy. Yep. Oh,
Just goes to show you, don't
hate
get on the
Richard
cops'
McMahon.
bad side, man. They're just
I don't care. Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a douchebag.
Yes, sir.
Here's your ID back, man. So, do you want to press charges for the assault and battery?
Is he still trying to press me? Am I potentially facing a ticket for not parking legally?
As from what I can see, you haven't done anything wrong at all.
Is he still being good?
I
I really don't want to, but
Okay. Okay.
as long as everything's a copacetic. I mean, I was pretty sure I was parked legally because I didn't obstruct anything.
It's not the greatest, but I also see that, from a practicality standpoint, you don't have a whole lot of other options. The ordinance says you have to leave at least 10 feet all the way around the trailer. You've done that. So I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just, this guy's this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so. All right.
Your last yard.
Just in case he might come back out, because even when I told him, I was like, well, then if you're going to keep acting that way, I'll just press charge on you for assault. He's like, well, you ain't got it on camera, do you? Because of his attitude, what's going on, if you wouldn't mind just waiting like 5 or 10 minutes and I'll be done, just in case he tries to come back out.
Yeah, we'll leave somebody out in the cul-de-sac for you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, he doesn't want to press charges for anything, so we'll just let it go. He's not going to answer the door for his improper parking, so.
You want to try?
Sure.
He, when I was measuring, he did open the door, so he's right there.
No.
Did he answer the door? Like, did he open the door out of curiosity?
He opened the door, then looked, and then closed the door. So he's by the door.
He's right there. We can get him to open the door. We can get it.
The officers decide to approach Mr. McMahon's residence and knock on his door in order to issue a citation for the parking violation. As discussed in prior ATA episodes, under the so-called knock and talk doctrine, officers may lawfully enter the curtilage of a home, walk up to the front door, and attempt to speak with an occupant even without reasonable suspicion, because this conduct mirrors what any private citizen is permitted to do. In the 2013 case of Florida versus Jardines, the Supreme Court explained that the front door carries an implicit license allowing visitors, including police officers, to approach, knock, wait briefly for a response, and leave if no one answers. During a standard knock and talk, the resident has no obligation to open the door or interact with the officers, and if no one chooses to speak with them, the officers must depart the property. Accordingly, a court would likely find that the officers were within their authority to knock on the door, and that Mr. McMahon was not legally obligated to answer.
I don't know. He could be false. Possibly false.
Hello. Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked.
Oh. So I can go park anywhere in the cul-de-sac the way he's parked?
The way he's parked is legal. The way you were parked when I showed up was not. So I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway.
I didn't block the road.
Yes, you did. I saw you. Listen. Hey. I'm investigating a traffic crime. You do not have the right to do that. You are detained. You are detained.
Come in my house.
You are detained.
Oh,
For the
shit.
traffic violation.
For what?
I need to see your
Detaining me
license.
for a traffic violation.
Yes, I am. Open the door.
You're detaining
Come here. You are under arrest. You are
all
under arrest.
5 of you.
Yep, you are under arrest.
All 5 of you. Hey.
Oops.
Hey, let me go.
They hated Richard so much they played right into his hands. They broke into his house, really. Legally, they just broke in. I don't know if you can do that. Oh, boy. Sad. Because we all hate Richard, but I don't know if he could have breached that front door. Damn it.
Lay down. You are under arrest. Quit resisting.
All 5 of you dumb motherfuckers.
Give me your arm.
Good Lord.
I'm not resisting. Good Lord.
Hey, guys.
Good Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Don't break my...
Well, then,
Quit resisting.
Ow.
Quit resisting.
I'm not... Ow.
you are actively resisting against me.
I am not...
Ow.
Holy...
Now you're under arrest for resisting arrest, obstruction, and the parking violation.
Mr. McMahon closes the door on the officers when Sergeant Ferguson asks for his driver's license in order to issue a citation, and Sergeant Ferguson responds by forcing his way into the home, handcuffing Mr. McMahon, and announcing that he is under arrest for resisting arrest, obstruction, and the parking violation. Under the Fourth Amendment, officers generally may not enter a home to make an arrest without a warrant, and the Supreme Court has repeatedly held that the home receives the highest level of constitutional protection. However, there are some exceptions to this rule, such as emergency situations or the so-called hot pursuit exception, which allows officers to enter a dwelling without a warrant when they are in immediate
Hot pursuit.
and
My hatred of
pursuit
Richard
a
over
suspect who has fled
overrides
from a lawful
this.
arrest initiated in a public place. Here, the officers initiated the interaction
Richard
by
sucks.
knocking on Mr. McMahon's door, meaning that there was no pursuit from a public location to constitute so-called hot pursuit. And even if a court considered closing the door as some form of flight, the Supreme Court held in the 2021 case of Lang versus California that in the context of an individual suspected of misdemeanor offense, flight does not automatically justify warrantless entry to make an arrest. Instead, there must be a genuine emergency under the totality of the circumstances, such as imminent danger or the potential destruction of evidence. Although refusing to provide a driver's license for a citation could potentially be considered obstruction under Section 540 of Title 21 of the Oklahoma statutes, it is improbable that the circumstances here would justify a warrantless home entry, as it is a misdemeanor and there did not appear to be any ongoing emergency. Likewise, resisting in violation of Section 268 of Title 21 of the Oklahoma statutes requires that the defendant use physical effort to oppose the officer, and it is unclear from the body camera footage whether Mr. McMahon forcibly resisted the officers. And even if Mr. McMahon did resist, Oklahoma also continues to recognize a limited right to resist an unlawful arrest, as the Court of Criminal Appeals of Oklahoma confirmed in the 2015 case of State versus Nelson. Taken together, these principles strongly suggest that the officer's forcible entry into Mr. McMahon's home would be very difficult to justify under established Fourth Amendment.
Richard's protected by the law. I hate him though.
Never resisted you to begin with.
Yes, you did.
All 5 of you hit me.
It's all on body cam, sir.
Yes, you did.
All right, we're gonna get you rolled over.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
let's stand yet.
All right. Wait.
All right.
Can I bring anything with me?
What would you like?
My cell phone.
Where's it at?
Right there.
We'll grab it. Anything else?
That should do it.
Okay.
You want your
let's
shoes?
Ah, yeah, man, my shoes.
His dog goes for it.
There's a leash right there, Sleeper.
Good Lord.
Pepper. Guys, why did you assault me?
We were attempting to investigate a crime and you tried to shut the door on us.
Yeah.
Push you.
Guys. Good Lord.
What crime?
Parking violation. Come on. Hey, hey,
I'm going, guys. I'm going.
hey, real quick. We did this once. Do not do
Ow!
it. Hey, stop. This can go either which way you choose.
I'm
All right?
choosing to
You
go
can peacefully walk
peacefully.
out there, or you can keep fighting us and go back to the ground. Do you understand?
Come on, Pepper.
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
I'm not gonna. I thought I could walk out here peacefully. I thought that.
Yeah, we shut the door.
Thought I could walk out here peacefully.
Keep walking.
Ask him. I don't know.
I told you.
Did somebody grab my phone? I never even tried to resist or anything. You all came on me like a
Wow. All right, Rick,
Yeah.
anything on you?
That's right, Richard. We all hate you.
Okay. Take the glass off. There we go.
Sleeper, did you get the phone?
All right,
We
take
get the phone. It was right next to that end table.
Let me get the air turned on for you.
Yep.
You could also get animal at large. You really want to.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think we can push the animal at large.
Yeah, I'm not willing to push that. His
Did
glass
Sleeper
is
get the dog back inside?
Yeah,
He ran
dog's
back.
back inside.
Was that, who was that to him, the female?
Pretty sure it's just a neighbor.
There's a neighbor that likes
Young man,
Richard?
She get involved pretty quick, didn't she?
What the hell?
Sure did, didn't she?
There's no way. That guy's a
You want to
dick.
go ahead and just get him down there?
Yeah.
He sucks.
I'll write, please.
Okay.
I'll write up the obstructing the flow of traffic or the improper parking citation, and we'll do the resisting obstruction on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll document that when we get down to the jail. We'll have to do a blue team on it, so, yeah.
I didn't render any strikes at all.
No one rendered strikes.
I understand, but I'm just letting you know.
Well, because it drew blood, well...
I know, I'm just letting General, hey, I didn't take any use of force tactics.
Yeah, I know. But we'll still need to blue team it, so...
No, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, absolutely. No. He's bleeding, but we didn't use force.
I'll take it.
We'll both be down there.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever.
Cool.
All right, thank you. He's got the cell phone.
Okay.
Frank 228. Would you show me in custody to Mail? All right, I'll meet you down there. Okay. Thanks, sir. Hey, did you lock the door? Okay. All right.
Mr. McMahon was detained overnight, but he was released the following day without being charged with any crimes. Following the incident, Sergeant Ferguson was placed on administrative leave while an internal investigation was conducted. And on July 23, 2024, the Broken Arrow City Manager's Office terminated Sergeant Ferguson's employment with the department. On April 25, 2025, Mr. McMahon filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against Sergeant Ferguson, the City of Broken Arrow, the Broken Arrow Police Department, and the unknown officers who assisted Sergeant Ferguson with Mr. McMahon's arrest. As of the date of writing this episode, the lawsuit is still pending. Overall, former Sergeant Ferguson gets an F for forcefully entering Mr. McMahon's home without a warrant, demonstrating fundamental misunderstandings regarding the Fourth Amendment and constitutional rights in general, and
shouldn't have done that.
Apparent bias against Mr. McMahon at several points throughout the interaction. Sergeant Ferguson's handling of this incident reflected a complete disregard for the constitutional boundaries that govern home entries. At the moment that he approached Mr. McMahon's residence, the only legitimate offense under consideration was a potential parking violation, which is a non-violent misdemeanor and carries no punitive circumstances that would justify a warrantless entry. As discussed earlier in the episode, officers may approach a residence and knock on the door under the so-called knock-and-talk doctrine, but the occupant has every right to decline the interaction and close the door. When Mr. McMahon attempted to do exactly that, Sergeant Ferguson treated the act as resistance, even though it was entirely consistent with the rights that are afforded to every homeowner. There was no emergency, no risk of destruction of evidence, and no lawful arrest underway in a public space.
Yeah, I mean, just because Richard's an asshole, and we all, we all loathe neighbors like this who just give everybody a hard time, give everybody shit all the time, no matter what, lose their mind just for the dumbest things. We still have rights. You can't just slam through the door and arrest someone in their home over a parking ticket or so that wasn't right. And the officer, he did not do a good job. He literally said, I'd love to arrest Mr. McMahon today. Give me great pleasure to arrest McMahon.
Forcing the door open and entering the home without a warrant,
he'd already
Ferguson
made his mind up that day.
Far outside the bounds of the Fourth Amendment and transformed a minor municipal issue into a major constitutional violation. The manner in which Sergeant Ferguson escalated the encounter also raises serious concerns about his understanding of the laws that he was attempting to enforce. Refusing to hand over identification for a citation may support an obstruction charge under certain circumstances, but only when the officer is otherwise acting within their lawful authority. Here, the sergeant's authority ended at Mr. McMahon's front door, but instead of recognizing that limitation of his lawful authority, Sergeant Ferguson used Mr. McMahon's reluctance to interact as justification for barging into the home, which is the precise outcome that the Fourth Amendment was designed to prevent. Furthermore, Sergeant Ferguson's own comments during the interaction further undermined the legitimacy of his actions. At several points, he made statements indicating that he held personal animosity toward Mr. McMahon, and his own body cam footage captured him referring to Mr. McMahon in openly derogatory terms. This kind of language suggests that his decision-making was influenced by bias rather than an objective assessment of the facts. Officers are expected to remain neutral and professional even when dealing with difficult individuals, as impartiality is supposed to serve as the safeguard that prevents personal feelings from becoming law enforcement decisions. But perhaps the only silver lining in all of this is that the Broken Arrow Police Department acted relatively quickly to address the incident, and they terminated the former sergeant within 2 months. This interaction highlights how essential it is for officers to separate personal frustration from lawful authority, and how quickly a routine call can go wrong when officers lose sight of the constitutional limitations that must guide every decision that they make while interacting with the public.
But that guy sucks. Ah, man. Why does it have to be the guy who sucks that gets... Couldn't he have done something?
As for Mr. McMahon, we will not be issuing a grade for his conduct in this episode. Although Mr. McMahon would likely be guilty of assault and battery if the allegations against him were true, we simply have no way to independently verify the legitimacy of these claims, and he was ultimately not charged with any crimes. Mr. McMahon's behavior during the early portion of this incident was far from ideal. Multiple neighbors made it clear that he has a long history of hostility towards the people living around him, and the body cam footage confirms that he's not an easy person to deal with. His decision to confront the landscaper, block the roadway with his vehicle, and then inject himself into what should have been an uneventful day of yard work all suggest that he played a sizable role in creating the tension that led to this encounter. Nothing about his reputation in the neighborhood paints him in a flattering light. And if the allegation that he jabbed the landscaper in the chest is accurate, block the roadway within the neighborhood.
Homeowner attempted to close the door on the officers, and the officer pushed his way in, saying, "I'm investigating a traffic crime, and you are detained." After a brief altercation, the officers forced the man on the ground and placed him under arrest. While McMahon was released a day later, he's not out of trouble. He spoke with Fox 23 in his driveway and in his home as he showed us videos of other encounters he's had with neighbors. According to court records, he has 2 protective orders against him, and some neighbors are saying he's no angel. After about a month since we moved in, we had our neighbor over here. Basically, has just been harassing us, said Cheyenne Armstrong. Armstrong recalled one instance where she was speaking with a friend outside her home. He started calling us the N-word and cussing us out, and that's how it started, Armstrong said. The incident between McMahon and police remains under investigation, with the chief and not saying publicly why his agency released McMahon and why the officer who arrested him is sidelined while the internal affairs investigation continues. Let's see, court records, and found that McMahon is charged with several misdemeanors, including 7 counts of violating a protective order. Okay,
him in a
so
flattering light.
racist
If
old
the allegation that he jabbed
piece
the
of
landscaper
shit.
in the chest is accurate, well, the misconduct would have met the legal threshold for assault.
Wish they would have just found a legitimate way to arrest him.
Been charged with a crime, or it was objectively established that he did in fact commit assault and battery, then his grade would have certainly been an F.
That said, neither his reputation or his conduct justified the actions of the Broken Arrow officers. The Fourth Amendment does not evaporate merely because someone is being difficult, annoying, rude, or is widely disliked.
You're right, Mr. Audit.
Homeowner's temperament. When
You're
Mr.
right.
McMahon chose to close his door on the officers, he was exercising a right that is afforded to every resident, regardless of how the officers felt about
That's
them.
fair.
The body cam footage does not show him launching an attack, attempting to flee, or threatening the officers in any meaningful way. His only real act of resistance was refusing to participate in an interaction that he was not legally required to entertain, and his attempt to block the door was a direct response to the officers trying to force their way inside without a warrant. Under those circumstances, even individuals with spotless reputations would be entitled to push back. It's also worth noting, by the way, that Mr. McMahon followed up this encounter with the proper legal action by filing a lawsuit against the parties involved in entering his home. Filing a federal civil rights lawsuit and holding the department accountable control through legal channels is exactly the kind of response that produces lasting scrutiny and potential reform. And regardless of how anyone feels about his personality or his behavior towards his neighbors, choosing lawful remedies after such a violation shows at least some degree of restraint and an understanding of judicial remedies. While I do commend Mr. McMahon for pursuing accountability through the judicial process and for lawfully asserting his rights, this interaction likely could have been avoided altogether if he had just exercised more restraint in his dispute with his neighbors. It will be very interesting to see how this lawsuit plays out in court, and I'm going to be sure to keep you updated in future episodes. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out Audit the Court if you're interested in exploring the legal nuance beyond the body cam.
All right. Well, thanks for watching that with me, everybody. It was fun. You know, I think we all can agree that, you know, it's not right what happened to that guy, but he sucks. He sucks. And, you know, you're just wishing that the cops had just arrested him by legal means, you know? But thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit and watching that video. Until the next time, I will see you then. All right. Cheerio.